o'clock, time now for Sportsline, a barn burner in Cowtown for the Grey Cup. And the Sands look for top spot in the East. And the NFL, the Saints look to overtake the Super Bowl champions. Good evening. Welcome to this Grey Cup Sunday edition of Sportsline. Also on tonight's show, Canada's NBA teams hit the hard courts this afternoon. But first, we start with football and the 88th Grey Cup game. The big party down in Cowtown could only have been improved if the Stampeders were in today's contest, but a dandy matchup between the BC Lions and the Montreal Alouettes. It's the first time these two teams have met in the CFL final. The Owls looking for their first cup since 1977. The Lions last won it in 1994. To the highlights now, and this man, Louis Pasaglia, looking for his victory to send him into retirement. The 43,000 fans in Calgary give him a warm welcome with a standing ovation. To the game on the Owls opening series, Anthony Cavillo is picked off by Mike Fletcher, who puts the Lions offense back into business and back onto the field. The Lions will rely heavily today on the running game. And here we go with Sean Millington rumbling almost to the end zone. He's taken down at the 1-yard line. He would rack up 94 yards rushing in the first half alone. That run sets up Damon Allen, who finishes it off. 2 plays later, 9-0 or 8-0, that is, BC. Later in the first half, Louis Pasaglia from 23 yards out gets the field goal to give BC the 12-3 lead into the halftime. Third quarter now, and Anthony Cavillo rolls out and will find Jock Climby in the end zone. A 1-yard TD strike that puts the Owls to within 2. It's the Leos' turn again. This time the ball goes to Robert Drummond. He breaks loose for 44 yards, and he will keep going and going for the touchdown. It's 19-10 for BC at this point. Owls get a field goal to make it 19-13, but BC's offense starts again. Don Blair with a first down catch to keep the drive alive. And then it is a little bit more of Sean Millington. He works for the precious yards after the TD catch, which was extremely vital on the day. That puts BC close enough for another TD. The 2-point convert is missed, though. Mike Pringle scores for Montreal, and the score is 25-20 for BC. Louis Pasaglia called on once again. He will go for the 29-yard field goal and will make it 28-20 to score. Owls with one last chance. Anthony Cavillo to Ben Cahoon over the middle, and he will score. That makes the game 28-26. And so the Montreal Alouettes will set up for the 2-point convert. The pass falls incomplete. However, Montreal looking for the pass interference call in the end zone, but it's a no-go. The refs say no, it stands. That's the touchdown. And so the game ends controversially, but the Lions win it 28-26. They are the first team with a losing record during the regular season to win the Grey Cup. And Robert Drummond is named MVP of the game. With the victory, though, today, Louis Pasaglia reflected back on his career.
I acted my age today, I guess, for the first half. But, you know, sometimes you're on, sometimes you're not. And sometimes you got to hope that some other parts of the team pick you up. And these guys have been doing that all year. And I just feel blessed that I got a chance to play with these guys. And they played a whale of a game. And it's another Grey Cup classic. Montreal played a terrific game also.
Whenever you win a championship, you're thankful. But at the same time, what can you do, man? I'm just so proud of our team. And I'm proud of our owner for committing to our franchise, and that's the guy I really wanted to get the ring for.
We were pretty confident that we would come out and take advantage of the second half and pound away at them. And they were relentless. They held in throughout the whole game, and just have to take your hats off to them.
A little closer to home now, the Saskatoon Blades have the night off before heading out west tomorrow They will try and rebound from last night's 6-3 loss at the hands of the Calgary Hitmen. The Blades play Tuesday night in Kelowna to open up a 5-game Western swing. Meanwhile, a light schedule in the dub tonight. Let's check out the scoreboards. It's Regina losing to Portland by a score of 1-0. That game in Portland, by the way. And also out in the West Coast, Prince George and Seattle playing. Prince George edging Seattle by a final score of 3-2. Still with hockey, plenty of junior hockey action locally today. The Contacts and the Blazers both at home today. We start with the Contacts, who are playing host to Yorkton at Shro Arena this afternoon. And it will be the Saskatoon Contacts opening up the scoring this afternoon. Contacts pressing. The whiff on the first shot, but the loose puck in front is put away by Brian Bitts. That's 1-0 for the Contacts. Contacts on the power play a little later. They work it around. That makes it 2-0. As it was West Dust who put away the goal. The Contacts with another great opportunity. Sean Langan with the first shot, the rebound to Craig McPhee, but he is stopped by a great save by Yorkton's Kevin Zidiak. In the second period, Yorkton gets on the board on the power play. The puck comes back to the point. The harmless-looking shot is tipped in by Todd Rusnak. Yorkton cuts the lead to 2-1. But the Contacts will get their 2-goal lead back. Later in the second, Ryan Keller picks up the puck, looking to the pass, sees no one, walks in and scores. The shot through Tafik goes. That makes it 3-1 for the Contacts. And as we check out the scoreboard, Saskatoon ran away with this one. 6-2 is the final. And that you saw was the game winner. To Harold Latrace Arena now, where the Blazers were playing host to PA in the first period on the power play. Blazers open the scoring. They move the puck around. Trevor Adonis is stopped, but Greg Smith puts in the rebound. PA will get it back. Chad Krinky can't control the puck. PA steals it for the 2-on-1. Kyle Goldhawk with the assist on it, and that will tie the game at 1 apiece. Second period, PA picks up the puck at mid-ice. Brock Fitch will shoot, and the rebound is put away by Chris Kurtenbach. 3-2, PA will take the lead, and as we check out the scoreboard, PA doesn't look back. The Mintos take this one by a final count of 7-3. Let's take a look at the SJHL scoreboard from this evening. It was the Humboldt Broncos over the North Battleford North Stars by a score of 3-2, and as well, the Notre Dame Hounds over Flin Flon Bombers by a count of 2-1. That was an overtime score. Taking a look at some sports lines today before we head into our trivia question. Austrian Hermann Maier today won the World Cup Super G race. That one going in Lake Louise. That makes up for his 15th place finish yesterday. And Colin Montgomery, he took home untidy earnings today, $410,000 with a win at the Skins game, that one in Indio, California. Now, as promised, time for Sportsline Trivia, brought to you by Scotia Centre Point Optical. Tonight's question, we go back to the Grey Cup, and remember that prior to 1954, amateur football teams played for the Cup. With that in mind, from which city has the most winning teams come from, and how many Cups have they won combined? If you have the answer, call 978-6399. When we come back, the Ottawa Senators go for the spot in the East.
Sportsline brought to you in part by Thanes Repair and Custom Work, 1902 Ontario Avenue.
Here we are on our Rocky Mountain adventure.
Dave,
Day
you gotta check
1.
this out,
Oh
man.
my, hello.
Getting this, Dave?
Look what just arrived.
Dave, is that camera rolling, man?
Oh yeah, I'm rolling.
Dave, check it out, man. Make sure it's in focus.
You could win a trip for two to explore the Rockies and keep the Explorer Sport Track if you find a talking can or cap inside specially marked cases of Coors Light. No purchase necessary. Must be of legal drinking age.
Whoa, did you get that?
Hey Saskatchewan, are you ready? I'm Franklin Paul from the Saskatchewan Hawks, and the time has come. Our season debut is here. Come out and help us bury the Billings Rim Rockets November 28th and 29th in an exciting doubleheader with your new home team. Call 938-7800 to reserve your seats to catch the high-flying, hard-jamming Hawks. And I'm